Hi friends, so here is how you can get this basket neck pattern. So first of all, I already had my fabric, the half cut, the yoke that I want to use and use for this basket. So I'm tracing it out on a pattern paper. Just place it like so. I use a clip to hold it down. So I remove the clip, traced it out. So we have yoke already traced out on the pattern paper. Don't mind my baby. I can see her hand. Okay, let's move on. Then what next? I added half an inch to this particular pattern paper, like what we marked out on the pattern paper. Well, why did I do that? We cut this off from the main fabric, and if I don't add this half an inch, there's going to be a shortage, right? So this half an inch is what I'm going to use to sew it to the main fabric where it was cut off from. Then I extend the armhole part. Then again, the next thing is to cut this out. So using your scissors or your tracer, you can use it to easily cut off this. So after cutting this off from this pattern paper, so what you need to do next after you cut this from the pattern paper, then I used 1.5. I'm trying to mark out 1.5 inch. Okay, that is what I used across. You just use your tape from one end to another end. You measure 1.5 inch. Then after that, you can begin to join them, like just like I did. Use your ruler, use your pencil, use your marker, whatever it is you use, and start connecting them. You each diagonal, you're going to do it both ways. After this way, we're going to also turn to the other way, so we can get that basket opening. So like so, you just keep tracing them out, 1.5 inch. Then okay, so that is what I did round. Just kept trying to use my tape to make sure I have 1.5 inch all through this pattern paper. So by the time I'm done marking them, the next thing I did also was to rule them the way you just the diagonal lines I put the other way, just continue that way, to add the diagonal lines. Okay, so the 1.5 inch line. So when I finished putting them, the lines, I had to also put it the other way. Okay, so you just put your ruler this way and you start marking too, all the way to the edge. So this way you can see our basket pattern is almost forming. The squares are already coming out, because this is basically the guideline that you need to get your beautiful basket pattern that you want to make. So basically after this, what you just need to go ahead to do is to get your fabric, try to cut out 2 inches, I think. Yeah, 2 inches is fine. You can cut as much as you want, okay, depending on your squares and your lines. You can actually make yours bigger, you can make yours smaller, depending on how you want it. So this one is really closed, so because I don't want it to be so open. All right, so just get 2 inches, fold them at so, like so, and you just start placing them. The width of the fabric, the pieces we'll be using is half an inch. So just fold it in such a way that, okay, you have half an inch. You just start placing them on the lines like that. Then you can take it to your sewing machine, one after the other. Just sew each line according to the lines you have. Please make sure you sew one line first after going all the way this way, because before you can start putting it across like so. Okay, so sew them one after the other. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to run them. This is what I have, so I'm going to go start placing on the other line, and after that, okay, this is what I came up with. Next, I will have to start taking off making up the holes. Okay, don't forget you can cut a pieces of the fabric here to use as a bias to run the neck. Okay, so this is the back, this is where the back looks. Before I can now start to remove the pattern papers. But meanwhile, while you're taking off the pattern paper, okay, this is the fabric. I cut this off, I'll be joining this to this. Okay, you see, it's just exact, right? So I'm going to be joining them back. This is the yoke for this fabric. Then you get to take off the pattern papers. Just keep peeling them off, and remember, you don't even need to stress yourself so much. Once the ones that don't, the ones that you can't pull off, you could just leave them. Remember, these are paper, so that once you wash this fabric, this paper is gonna go or melt away or tear out, so you don't need to stress so much with regards to that. So but I kept peeling them off as much as I could. Yeah, it took a little time. Of course, everything with regards to sewing takes time. So I'm almost done with removing um the pattern paper, so we could actually see our basket that we have made or that we have formed. Okay, so after that, run the bias on the neck. It's ready to be attached to the main fabric. This way, then you can go ahead to hold up the shoulder. Yeah, join the shoulders, join the armhole to the fabric and all that. So I kept on trying to make sure I took off all this pattern, all those pattern papers that we'll have here. All right, so pretty much almost done with that. So when I finally got to take off all this pattern paper, what I did next was I took this to my sewing machine and I tried to attach this, the main dress, to it. Okay, so I did exactly just that. So I'm gonna show you what I came up with. All right, yeah, so you see, this is now our yoke. The pattern paper are almost gone. Okay, so now we have just the exact the same size, like the same length. So I took it to my sewing machine and I joined them together. So after doing this, I'm going to give it a good press so that everything comes out beautifully well. So this is how you can actually make your basket pattern with any. You can make your own longer than this. Actually, if you want it shorter, that's fine. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Please, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, you're welcome. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that other people can also see it and watch. Bye.